presenting the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. These thrilling adventures come to you as they are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Comic Weekly, now printed in 32 tabloid-sized pages, each page in full 4 colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. For the benefit of those who may not have heard the earlier episodes, let us explain that Flash Gordon, the internationally famous American athlete, and Dale Arden, his beautiful American sweetheart, and Dr. Zarkov, the well-known scientist, were thrown onto the new planet Mongo when their experimental rocket ship crashed. After a series of adventures with the Emperor, Ming the Merciless, and his beautiful daughter Aura, who fell deeply in love with Flash, the two Americans, together with Dr. Zarkov, soon Prince of the Lion Men, and Prince Baron, were sentenced to the prison city of the Hawkmen. There the men were tortured, while King Voltan, mighty ruler of the Hawkmen, made plans to marry Dale. Flash and his companions escaped from the torture chambers, and Flash found Dale in time to save her from the marriage. But they were trapped by soldiers and again fell into Voltan's hands. Then there was a terrible rumbling sound. The floor started to tip, the walls began to crack open, and the lights went out. Now we continue the story. In the crumbling palace of Voltan, amid the shouts of the disorganized guards, Flash and Dale break away. But the mighty king flies into the air and, hurling himself on Flash, drags him to the floor and prepares to execute him by his own hand. Meanwhile, Dr. Zarkov and Prince Baron are rushing toward the throne room.
My scheme worked, Baron. Now to drive our bargain with Voltan if we are not too late.
With the light beams diffusing at the present rate, friend Zarkov, the city will remain in midair only for another half hour.
If Voltan will listen to us, there is enough time. But we must not waste a minute. Here we are at the throne room.
Look, Voltan has his sword at Flash Gordon's throat.
Stop! Stop! Wait!
Hey, who dares give me orders?
I do. I can save your city. But if you harm Flash Gordon, I'll doom this city and all of you Hawkmen to destruction.
But all my radium's gone. You destroyed that yourself. How can you save us?
Prince Baron and I have been experimenting with other atom rays.
Experimenting. Enough of this. I should have killed Flash Gordon but for your arrival and bluff. Now I shall finish the job.
Oh, Flash, my darling.
Be brave, Dale. This big windbag is bluffing now.
Bluffing, am I? I'll show you.
Listen to us, you fat fool. Your city will remain suspended. Only 20 minutes more. There is no time to waste.
What do you think you can do to save the city, you wizard?
We have found a way to make new light beams to hold the city safely suspended in the air.
What kind of trick is this?
It's no trick.
Then let us see what you propose to do. But what?
I will save your city on one condition.
You know when to drive a bargain, old wizard of the earth. Very well. Flash Gordon shall go free if you save my city.
You must also free Dale and Zarkov and Baron.
Absolutely.
Be quick, Voltan. The precious minutes are flying. Give us your answer.
I'll pardon you all if my city is saved.
Good. Then follow me.
Where are you going to take us?
Into this private elevator first.
Where are we going, Dr. Zarkov?
Baron and I discovered a room under the Hall of Atom Furnaces, which had been stored with scientific apparatus. With the help of slaves, we constructed my newest invention, didn't we, Baron?
Yes, we did, friend Zarkov. I only hope this bull-headed monarch hasn't delayed us too long with this arguing. There isn't much time left to save the city.
We're tipping over. How much further do we have to descend?
We will be below the foundation in a moment.
What is this remarkable discovery, wizard of the earth?
You shall see. You shall see.
We're here. Hurry out, everyone. Hold fast to my hand, Dale.
Oh, Flash, do you think Dr. Zarkov will be able to save us?
I know he'll do his best.
There is my invention.
What is that mass of tubes and wires?
This electrical machine is an atomic light solidifier.
It will strengthen the beam?
Yes. Keep everybody back, Baron. I must have room to work.
Stand back, everybody.
Baron, do you think this machine will work?
Quiet. Professor Zarkov is throwing the switch.
What is that weird bluish light?
The new rays made by the atoms, Dale. Why, the city seems to be getting back on an even keel.
By Charles, so it is.
How is it working, friend Zarkov?
Splendid so far. The light beams supporting the city are becoming stronger and stronger.
Then the city is saved?
The city is saved.
By Charles, he's done it. All of you are free.
My Dale, you're crying.
I'm so happy we're saved.
Zarkov, come here.
He said he could do it, and he did.
Yes, King Gultan, you summon me?
Zarkov, you shall be my head scientist.
Gultan, this is more than I expect. I am grateful, deeply grateful, and appreciative of the honor.
Flash and Dale,
Yes, Impressive Majesty.
What is it, King Voltan?
as proof of our future friendship, I shall give you a royal wedding tomorrow. And tonight, we shall have a banquet to celebrate it.
Having a good time, Dale?
Wonderful time, Flash. It hardly seems possible that we should be married tomorrow. I don't dare believe it until we are actually being married.
You mustn't feel that way, Dale. It's just nerves. Well, my friend, tomorrow will be the big day.
I'm not so sure.
Dale is just worrying about nothing, Baron. It's almost tomorrow, Dale. What can happen now?
During the excitement of the threatened destruction of the city, the Princess Aura disappeared.
Oh, is that all that worries you? I should think you'd be glad she's not here. I am.
Well, lovebirds, are you enjoying yourselves?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Impressive Majesty.
Majesty! Majesty!
Eh? What is it?
The air fleet of Ming the Merciless is approaching the city.
Oh, this means trouble.
What did I tell you? There'll be no wedding for us tomorrow.
We'll die fighting.
No, Bolton. Let us take our chances on escaping. Give us a rocket ship.
No use, lad. They were damaged when the city tilted.
His Universal Majesty, Emperor of Mongol, Ming the Merciless.
And Princess Aura. Now there will be trouble.
Steady, Dale, darling. There'll be a way out of this.
Greeting and welcome, Emperor Ming.
So, Boltan, you have become friends with the prisoners. Turn over this Earthman to my torturers, and to me deliver my promised bride, Dale Arden. I command it.
No, Father. You promised Flash Gordon to me as my share of the spoils.
Hold, Ming. By the ancient laws of Mongo, by the sacred laws of the great Tao, who is all wise, I call for a tournament of death.
A tournament? And this fellow Flash Gordon would enter?
Yes.
Fine sport. A tournament. And all the planet will see him fail and die. So be it.
Between four mountains nestles a mammoth bowl-shaped arena, toward which most of Mongol pours in never-ending streams. It is the day of the start of the Tournament of Death, in which all of the contestants but one will meet death. And Flash Gordon is going to enter. He and Dale occupy seats of honor in Voltan's box. Princess Aura enters the arena on a golden throne carried by 6 blue dragon men.
Here comes Aura in all her glory.
She's wild, treacherous, and cruel. But my boy, she's a beauty.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Here comes Ugrid, king of the lion men.
Dragon men are frightened by the lions. They've dropped the princess.
Oh, stay where you are, my boy. Prince Baron is already picking her up.
She seems to be smiling at him. I wonder what he is saying.
Prince Baron, you have saved my life. Why did you do it after the way I've treated you?
Because, my princess, you are a woman, a beautiful woman, and I can no longer deny the fact that I love you.
But whatever it is he's saying, I wish he'd get interested in somebody else and leave you alone, Flash.
The tournament is about to begin, Flash. There's your horse. Here, take this sword, my boy. It's the one with which I became king of the Hawkmen. Take it and justify my faith in you.
And my faith, too.
Thanks, darling. And thank you, Bolton. I'll do my best.
In another box, Prince Baron reaches a decision.
Zarkov, I'm going to enter the tournament, win back my kingdom, and Ming's daughter, Princess Aura, for my bride.
Do not be a fool, Prince Baron. Why run the risk of being killed?
Wish me luck, my friend. I go to do battle.
It's a battle royal with every horseman for himself. As the fight rages around him, Flash is beset by 2 yellow guardsmen. He vanquishes one, and as he is attacked by the other, he falls from his horse. Before the yellow man can drive home a death thrust, a masked fighter saves Flash, and the first great test of the Tournament of Death ends. A banquet is held for the survivors.
Are you sure you're all right, Flash?
Why, of course, Dale.
If it hadn't been for that masked fighter, you would be dead now. Oh, why did you enter this horrible tournament?
To win freedom, a kingdom, and what's more important, you.
My dear. Look, the masked fighter is with Princess Aura.
Ah, the masked champion. Are you a criminal fearing arrest or a noble fearing recognition?
Blue blood or red, my lady. It will flow in the arena just as freely. For your amusement.
Yes. Wear the scarf as a token. But do not stain it with your blood.
Fair lady, a kiss from your gorgeous lips, and I would face the legions of Tau.
Insolent one. I'll have you tortured.
Who can punish the living dead of the tournament? Goodbye, you beautiful devil. I go to fight for your hand.
That masked champion. I swear I know his voice. The call has sounded. I must go back to the fight. Goodbye, Dale.
Goodbye, and good luck, my darling. Oh, King Wotan, when will this awful tourney end?
I know it seems horrible to you, little bird, but it is better that Flash should die honorably in the field of battle than at the hands of Ming's torturers. If he wins this final event, he will be a king, and you will be his queen.
The trumpets blow and the last contestants line up. 2 by 2, they mount the sky rope stretched over a flaming pool to joust with swords. And one after another, they are eliminated by death. Finally, only Flash Gordon and the masked champion are left. Flash loses his balance and falls down toward the flaming pool, but his hands catch hold of the rope and he hangs on. The masked champion, thrown off balance, also falls, but saves himself by grasping Flash Gordon's leg. His mask falls off, revealing Prince Barin. The crowd demands that both men shall live, and they are brought before Wotan and Ming the Merciless.
None of your trickery, Ming. Proclaim them both kings.
So be it. But I shall choose their kingdoms. To Prince Barin and my daughter Aura, I give the kingdom of the forest. To Flash Gordon and the Earth Girl, I give the kingdom of the cave.
You fiend. You know neither kingdom has been conquered.
True, Wotan, but these are brave men. Let them try. They can hold their weddings in their own kingdoms if they live that long.
What will happen to Flash Gordon when he attempts to rule over the unconquered kingdom of the caves? You'll know next week at the same time when he'll be back with another chapter of the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. And by the way, what is your favorite picture feature? Bringing Up Father, Skippy, the Katzenjammer Kids, The Little King, Mickey Mouse? Or if you like thrills, then Ace Drummond or Jungle Jim, Radio Patrol or Red Barry. But no matter whatever your favorite, you'll find it next Sunday in the big 32-page comic weekly, along with Toots and Casper, Tilly the Toiler, Little Annie Rooney, Tim Tyler's Luck, and many others. For the big 32-page comic weekly brings you each Sunday the funniest merrymakers and the most daring adventurers in the world of pictures. Be sure to get your copy of the comic weekly next Sunday with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And listen for the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon next week on this station. Presenting the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. thrilling adventures come to you as they are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Big Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. For the benefit of those who may not have heard the earlier episodes, Flash Gordon and Dale Arden were thrown onto the new planet Mongo. The two Americans were sent to the prison city of the Hawkmen. In a tournament of death, Flash Gordon wins the unconquered kingdom of the caves and sets out to subdue his domain. We now follow Flash Gordon in his conquest of the kingdom of the caves. Having picked up a company of King Voltan's Hawkmen, the huge rocket ship bearing Flash and Dale to their new kingdom heads for the yawning mouth of Kira, the wild and forbidding cave world. Following Ming's map and instructions, Captain Khan steers a course for the stronghold of Zug, chief of the cavemen. The ship leaves the gloom of the first cave and enters another, colossal in size and brilliantly lighted. They land and get out of the rocket ship.
Well, Dale, we're here.
What a huge cave. And look at all those little holes in the side.
Those must be the dwellings of my subjects. Khan, is all my kingdom like this?
I've never been inside before, Your Majesty. Nobody has ever explored this strange underground world.
Look, men are coming out of those holes in the cliff. And what fierce-looking men.
That powerful-looking red-headed giant must be their leader.
We'll break the news to him, Your Majesty.
Me Zeus, me chief here. Why you come, huh?
Bend your knee, O red-haired one. This is King Flash the First, ruler of Kira, the cave world, by order of Ming the Merciless, emperor of Mongo.
No, king. Me chief. Me kill him. You.
Look out, Flash.
Drop that stone axe, you fool.
Yeah.
This is a ray pistol which can dissolve you into pieces.
Wait, Khan. I'll not rule any man I can't beat in fair combat.
You stronger. You king.
Thanks, Zug. I'll make you my right-hand man.
Run for your lives. He comes, the eater of men.
What's the matter?
Big lizard monster. Eat men. Run for your lives.
Khan, give me my signal gun. If that thing gets close enough, I'll shoot it.
No, shoot him, Flash.
Here goes. Good work, Your Majesty. You have blinded him.
There he goes. I don't think you'll ever be bothered by him again, Zug.
Oh, king. Me and my pride fight for you, always.
Fine. With the cavemen and the hawkmen, I'll conquer my kingdom.
Flash Gordon leads his army of cliffmen and hawkmen into the immense caves which make up his kingdom. After progressing for a long time without seeing a living thing, he decides to take Dale and go on a scouting expedition. Walking through a cave of terrifying beauty, the two Americans are suddenly surprised by a band of lizard men. They drop from all sides, hurling stones. Flash is knocked out, and Dale's signal gun shrieks its siren as she fires bolt after bolt at the charging man-beast. Back on the plain, Captain Khan and Zug leap to their feet as the wailing of Dale's signal gun reaches their ears. With the dashing, fearless Captain Khan at their head, the squad of hawkmen come to the rescue.
Dale! What has happened to His Majesty?
Lizard men, they attacked us and knocked Flash out. I fought them off, but they took Flash and escaped through that crevice.
It's blocked with a huge stone. Men, swing that quick-firing gun into position. There. This way, Dale. Let us find His Majesty.
Look! Blood.
That means King Flash came this way. Lizard men don't bleed.
This passage seems blocked up.
We'll have to use the nitro gun.
Wait. Let me squeeze through that opening.
Right. How is it, Dale? Can you see the end?
Oh, not yet.
Now?
I'm stuck, but I can see light ahead.
Dale,
Flash, darling, you're alive. I'm so glad.
they'll have to get the cannon. I can't fudge this stone.
Can you reach my signal gun?
Yes, I got it. Thanks, Dale. Quiet. Here come the lizard men after me.
In the meantime, in the castle of Azora, the witch queen of the blue magic men, Tall, the chief magician, calls the queen's attention to something he sees in the magic glass.
Look, O Queen,
Strangers to my cave.
fighting with the lizard men. See, they have blown down the stone and have conquered their opponents. They are free. They are coming this way.
What a handsome blonde leader. Tall, we must go to welcome him.
What's that, Khan? Why, the earth is trembling. The walls are shaking.
Look, the soldiers and Brooke and the cavemen.
They're buried under an avalanche of stone. That weird light. What does it mean? Look, in the midst of the lurid flames. A woman!
Greetings, strangers.
Who are you?
Bend the knee, O strangers. You are face to face with Azura, queen of the Blue Magic Men.
A queen?
I am King Flash. I bend my knee to no one, man or woman.
So, make him bow to me, Carl.
Poison gas. She's strangling us. Dale. Don't worry, Dale. I'm...
Your spell is on them, O queen. See, they sink to the ground unconscious from the sleep gas. Yours is the power to bring them back, God.
The fool. He thinks he can pit his muscle against sleep gas. Have them carried to the gravity sled. We return to the castle.
Well, Queen Azura, here are the three strangers laid out before you, still in deep slumber, from which only you have the power to bring them back. What is your pleasure?
He is so handsome, so big and strong. Carl, use the pull motor. Bring this one back to life.
There. His eyelids quiver. A shudder runs through his body. The blonde youth is coming back to us.
Don't worry, Dale. I'm with you. Where am I? Oh, it's you.
Yes. Are you so displeased with my appearance? Am I not beautiful to look upon?
Dale. Dale.
Save your breath. He cannot hear you. He cannot answer you. He is dead.
No. Dale. You witch. You killed her.
Yes, I killed her.
You stand there and admit it. Why, I'll...
Stop. I killed her as I killed you and your other companion. And I can bring her back as I brought you back to life.
Then do it. At once.
You are young and full of life. It would be a pity to put such a fine specimen of manhood to death.
What are you talking about?
One of you must die. Which shall it be? You or the girl?
You know there's only one answer to that.
The brave youth wishes to make the supreme sacrifice. Very noble, but very foolish. I've changed my mind. You shall live for me.
And Dale? What will happen to her?
If you promise to obey me forever, I will bring her back to life.
Then I agree to your terms.
Shall we seal our bargain with a drink?
Very well.
Carl?
Here it is, O queen.
Take this cup, stranger. Drink to our love, fair-haired youth.
You drugged me.
Yes. And now you are truly mine forever.
I can't seem to remember. Where am I? Who are you? And who am I?
Do not worry, my soldier prince. I am your queen, Azura.
Azura? Queer, I can't remember who I am. I had something to do. I had to save somebody.
Sit back and relax.
I must have been struck on the head during a battle. Forgive me for being so foggy.
You are forgiven, my prince. Come with me.
My mind is a blank as to my past.
You mean you have forgotten everything? Even our love?
All I know is that you are the most gorgeous woman I have ever seen.
And that is what I have been waiting to hear you say. Listen, my handsome prince. I wish to test you. Look at those two figures suspended there. Do you know them?
A man and a girl. Beautiful girl, too. I never saw them before in my life. Should I recognize them? Have I ever met them?
One more test. Charles, the pull motor. Bring that man back to life.
He is coming back, O queen.
Flash. Your Majesty. Where is Dale? Dale? Your Majesty? What are you talking about?
You must be ill, Your Majesty. Don't you know me? Khan of the Hawkmen.
Azura, what's the man raving about?
He is a war prisoner of ours, crazy from wounds.
Oh, then I quite understand. I forgive him.
I am glad you are loyal to me, my prince.
I always will be, my beautiful queen.
Flash, listen to me.
Quiet. Lie back, you.
I warn you, it will take 1,000 magic men to keep me in chains.
I think not. Guard! Bind him with the electric manacles.
You.
Silence, dogs. I warn you, if you disobey, these manacles will become red hot and steer you to the bone. Take him to the kitchen.
Oh, you got Flash!
And now for the girl.
Flash, where are you?
You shall see him. Get up. Come this way.
Where am I?
You are in the palace of Azura, queen of the magic men. When I draw these curtains, you shall see your lover in the arms of his queen, Azura.
Oh, Flash, how could you?
Listen.
Your kingdom is very beautiful, my darling. I think I would enjoy the sight of food more. I'm starved.
Forgive me, my prince. I was so interested in showing you the beauty of my palace, I had forgotten about food. Come to the dining room. Oh, cook! Some food.
Now, strange girl, come with me to the kitchen. You shall serve them.
Saul takes Dale to the kitchen of the palace, where she joins Khan, who is helping prepare the food.
Oh, Dale, you're safe.
Yes, Captain John. And I'm glad to find you safe, too. But Flash...
Yes?
Oh, Captain John, what has caused Flash to change so?
I do not know, but he seems to be under some kind of spell. This queen is indeed a witch.
What are you two with? Get to work.
No, I won't. I won't do anything for her.
You dare to rebel? Then take this magnetic whip.
Stop! Give me that whip or I'll break your neck.
Burn him!
Oh, don't. They'll kill you. Tell them you'll obey.
For your sake, Dale, I surrender. I will obey.
Good. Now, girls, take this plate of food into the queen and her new prince.
Here, I will help you with the tray, Dale.
One taste of this acid on the food, and all of your magic won't save her. There.
Now then, can you carry it?
Yes, I shall take it in now. Here comes the food. Serve my prince first. Serve Flash? Oh, you clumsy fool. Oh, don't you love me anymore, Flash?
Love you? Well, I don't even know you, girl.
I will teach this unruly and clumsy servant girl obedience. Guards, give her the whip. What will happen to Dale Arden, held in the clutches of the cruel witch queen Azura? See for yourself in full-colored pictures the terrifying situation that faces our friend. You will find these pictures in next Sunday's Comic Weekly, which is distributed with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And besides Flash Gordon, you will find all the other friends waiting to entertain you. Bringing Up Father, The Little King, Barney Google, Good Old Skippy, Jungle Jim, Polly and her pals, the Katzenjammer Kids, Trips and Casper, Way Out West, Tilly the Toiler, Mickey Mouse, and many others. Be sure you get the big, full-colored Comic Weekly with your Hearst newspaper next Sunday. And don't forget our date next week at this same time for another chapter in the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon.
presenting the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. These thrilling adventures come to you as they are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Big Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Last week, you may remember, Flash and Dale and Khan, captain of the Hawkmen, flew in a rocket ship to the yawning mouth of Kira, the wild and forbidding cave world. While they were escaping from a fierce band of lizard men who attacked them during a scouting expedition, they were seen by Tall, the chief magician of the Blue Magic Men. Tall hurried with the news to his beautiful queen, Azura, who, attracted by Flash's blonde hair and wonderful physique, decided to get acquainted with him. By means of magic sleep gas, Azura captured the three friends. Then she gave Flash lithium, the drug of forgetfulness, so that he could not remember who he was or what had happened. And then Azura caused Flash to fall in love with her. At first, Dale and Khan misunderstood Flash's failure to recognize them. Later, they realized it must be some of Azura's magic and attempted to poison her. But the plot failed when the Queen ordered Dale to serve Flash first. To save her sweetheart, Dale dropped the tray, spilling the poisoned food. And Azura, furious at the apparent clumsiness, ordered her punished. Now we continue the story. Back in the kingdom of the Hawkmen, King Voltan and Dr. Zarkov are talking together.
Prince Zarkov, the palace seems empty since that pretty little bird flew away with Flash Gordon.
Yes, Voltan, it does. I miss Flash and Dale also. But I suppose we shall never hear from them again.
Not until he has conquered his kingdom of the caves and put it in running order.
With Captain Khan to help him, that should not take long. He is an excellent soldier.
Yes, I should hate to lose him. How are your newest inventions coming along, by the way, Zarkov?
Splendidly, splendidly. I cannot thank you enough for the wonderful apparatus and laboratory you have turned over to me. It is an inventor's paradise. Yes, that's what it is, an inventor's paradise.
Well, what is the latest creation of your great brain?
It is I beg your pardon, Voltan, but I dare not speak of it until I have tested it thoroughly. There must be no mistake, no flaw, when I give it to the kingdom.
Oh, of course, of course. I like your passion for being precise, Zarkov.
Someone is trying to get you on the space phone.
Answer it, Zarkov.
At once, Voltan. This is Zarkov speaking. What? Where?
Who is it, Zarkov?
One of Khan's lieutenants. I can't hear you. You what? Hold on. King Flash and Dale and Khan are captured by Azura, queen of the Blue Magic Men. The lieutenant wants help.
Tell him aid shall be sent at once. Find out his exact position.
Voltan says he will send aid at once. What is your exact position?
Tell him you will be in charge of the men.
Yes? Yes? I have just been told I am to be in charge of the relief expedition. I shall start...
Within the hour.
Within the hour.
In the kitchens of the Palace of Azura, Queen of the Blue Magic Men, we find Dale and Khan.
Come on now, move along faster that.
Cheer up, Princess Dale.
Faster that.
I can't be cheerful the way things are, Captain Khan. If only Azura hadn't asked me to serve the food to Flash first.
Well, she did, so there's nothing to be done about it. It wasn't your fault, Princess. It was the fate of the gods.
I'm glad you feel that way about it, Khan.
We must figure out a way to foil her magical power.
Stop your whispering. Stir that soup.
At once, guard.
Carry that over here. Come on now. Hold on.
I don't see how I can help you to foil the Queen. She's had me chained to the stoves as punishment. Now I can't even see Flash anymore.
Yes, you can, Princess.
How?
The chain on your manacles will permit you to walk to the end of the galley stove there. From that point, you can look out the grilled window into the garden. No doubt Flash will sometimes walk by.
With the Queen?
Yes, I'm afraid Azura will be with him. She seems to have claimed him as her own personal property.
Khan?
Yes, Princess?
You don't think that Flash has really fallen in love with her?
By my sword, I swear King Flash is bewitched. He doesn't know where he is or what he's doing. I know he wasn't pretending when he failed to recognize me.
What makes you so sure?
His eyes had a dull and glassy look.
Why, yes. I remember. I saw that, too. When he looked at me, it was as though he looked through me instead of at me.
If only I could reach my men. If there are any left. I don't know what happened after Azura broke that gas bomb in our faces.
Captain Khan,
Yes?
if you obey all the guards' orders, they may put you on parole or something. That may give you the freedom of the palace.
An excellent idea. Excellent. Thank you, Princess. Thank you. I will be the most obedient slave in the kitchen and see if that will earn me some privileges.
I will obey, too. Oh, Captain Khan, we must do something to save Flash from that wicked woman.
Do not worry, Princess. We will find a way somehow.
Here, you. Carry that kettle over to the table.
Certainly, guard. Let me take this one also.
Huh?
Meanwhile, roaring through space in a fleet of rocket ships with Prince Zarkov in command, an army of Hawkmen are hurrying on their way to aid our friends. Suddenly, there looms up in front of them a whole squadron of Cloudmen with huge, billowing cloaks. Joining hands in spreading the cloaks, the Cloudmen form an opaque and impenetrable wall before the rocket ships. The Hawkmen try to maneuver above them, but they rise at the same speed. Then the Hawkmen try to fly below them, but they drop like lightning and present their solid barrier. Wheeling the fleet around, Zarkov signals for the Desalvo guns mounted on the nose of each rocket ship to start firing. Shot after shot is fired at the white billows until the path of the Hawkmen has been cleared. Then Zarkov signals for double speed ahead to make up for lost time. At the same time, in the palace of Azura, Flash is entertained by the Queen.
That gold armor isn't worthy of you, my prince. I must see to it that my armor makes something more fitting.
My beautiful Azura, the armor is but a symbol of your service. Even if it were made of the most precious and rare metals to be obtained and studded with jewels, my loyalty to you and your cause could not be greater.
You do love me, don't you, Flash?
I know of no one in the past, present, or even the future for whom I have felt such a deep love, my gorgeous queen.
No one, my handsome prince?
No one. It is you and you alone I love.
It is sweet, very sweet to hear you speak those words. As long as you do and mean them, I will reward you well.
To be with you, to be allowed to serve and love you is all the reward I desire, my darling.
I shall have to think of some special privilege for that pretty speech.
Then let me kiss your hand.
Here, my prince.
Fair hand, so delicate, so shapely. Ah, how many men have lost their hearts and heads trying to gain you.
Flatterer.
I only speak from my own reactions, Azura. I know that I should be willing to risk everything to win you for myself.
We shall see. We shall see. Flash, I must give some orders to the servants. Go out into the garden and wait for me. I will join you presently.
Your slightest wish is a command, my beautiful one.
Flash! Flash!
Eh? Who's calling me?
It's Dale. Dale Arden.
Oh, there you are. I see you now. There in that grilled window. What are you doing there, girl?
I'm a prisoner here, Flash. Ever since I dropped that tray of food.
Oh, yes. I wondered where I'd seen you. You tripped, and Azura ordered you punished.
She has had me chained to the galley stove. My chain just reaches to this window. Are you all right, Flash?
Am I all right? Of course I am. Why shouldn't I be? Did you think Azura had punished me for something, too?
No. I just wanted to know how you are.
Well, that's very kind of you, girl. And since you have taken such an interest in my welfare, I'll take an interest in yours.
How can you?
You're too young and pretty to be made a prisoner in the kitchen. I'll ask Azura to free you.
Oh, no, you mustn't.
Mustn't? Who says so? I shall ask Azura at once.
Oh, no, Flash. You mustn't.
On and on roar the rocket ships of the Hawkmen into the yawning mouth of Kira, through the caverns of the cliff dwellers, through the caves of living, man-eating plants. And finally they come into the enormous transparent cave where the handfuls of survivors from Khan's squadron are waiting. The fleet lands and Prince Zarkov is the first to get out. The lieutenant who called for aid on the space phone comes up to him.
Well, what is the latest news, Lieutenant?
We were afraid something had happened to you, Prince Zarkov.
We were delayed in a skirmish with the Cloudmen. What is the latest report on the fate of my friends?
We don't know what happened to them. After the Blue Magic Men captured King Flash and Princess Dale and our captain, they blasted the tunnel leading to their land, killing most of our men.
Is there any chance that Flash and his companions are still alive?
Who knows? That is a land of magic.
I have brought a battery of ray cannons with us. We will blast our way to my friends.
Unaware of their impending danger, Azura and Tal confer in the palace of the Blue Magic Men.
You understand, Tal?
Oh, perfectly, Your Majesty.
There is nothing too good in my whole kingdom for my new prince.
His every wish shall be obeyed, O Queen. His slightest whim fulfilled.
I do not know what I shall do with his companions. They are a problem. I do not want them around, and yet I cannot execute them. If the lithium should wear off and Flash discovered what I had done...
Azura, where are you?
Flash. I told him I would only be a minute. The dear boy is so mad about me, he cannot bear to have me out of his sight.
Azura!
Open the door, Tal.
At once, O Queen.
Here I am, Flash.
Azura, will you do... Oh, I beg your pardon. I didn't know you were still busy.
Tal, come quickly.
I am summoned, Your Majesty. Have I your permission?
Yes, Tal. Go.
Your Majesty.
Well, Flash, were you lonely without me? Is that why you came calling for me?
Azura, you're good and kind.
This sounds like a man who has a favor to ask.
I have, my queen.
Ask it. It shall be granted.
Thank you, Azura. I knew you were kind and good. She will be so grateful.
She? Who?
The girl who tripped while serving us food the other night.
Dale. Was the favor you asked for her?
Yes. She called to me from a window of the kitchens and told me she was chained to the galley stove.
Well?
I promised to ask you to free her, and you have.
Wait. I thought the favor was for yourself, Flash, not one of my prisoners.
Well, there's nothing I need for myself, Azura, and the girl is too young and too pretty to deserve such a fate. I thought you just and kind. Do not cause me to change my mind.
You make it hard for me, Flash. I've never freed a prisoner in my life.
Your Majesty.
What does this unceremonious entrance mean, Tal? I did not send for you.
I humbly pray your pardon, Your Majesty, but I have news of the most extreme urgency.
Speak, then.
Our land is being invaded by the Hawkmen.
Hawkmen? We must go forth to war. The army must be called out. I will press the signal.
And who is to lead your men into battle, O Queen?
Of course. I must appoint someone to head the army. Will you lead our men into battle, Flash?
Your Majesty.
Serving as your commander-in-chief would be a pleasure, my queen.
Her Majesty puts this stranger over me. Let her beware.
What will happen when Flash leads Queen Azura's magic men against the gallant Hawkmen? Follow the adventures of Flash Gordon in next Sunday's Comic Weekly, the world's greatest collection of humor and adventure. You will find it with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. See for yourself in full-colored pictures Flash Gordon, Queen Azura, Tal, or Chief Magician, and all the other characters you have just heard. Then, of course, you'll want to see Skippy, the Katzenjammer Kids, Jungle Jim, Bringing Up Father, and the Little King. You will find them waiting for you in next Sunday's Comic Weekly, the only Comic Weekly. Be sure and get the big, full-colored Comic Weekly with your Hearst newspaper next Sunday. And don't forget to listen again next week at the same time to another chapter in the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon.